días.
Buenos días.
2 botellas de agua y 2 piña con chaya.
Perfecto.
Y una omelette y una hot dog, por favor.
Ok.
¿Ok?
Sí.
Gracias.
¿Tu piña te la doy una vez?
Sí.
¿Son 2 o una?
2.
I thought I would talk about my budget here in Merida. My budget is not going to include things that are US based. So I do have things like Netflix, I've got insurance for my RV at home. I also have an RV payment. I pay for Spotify, I pay for Beachbody On Demand, I pay for Audible and other subscriptions. So those are things that are not really Merida related, but I do of course pay for those things. But for Merida specific, of course, I have my rent, currently 9,100 pesos, which is less than 450 US dollars. I have a cell phone which I brought from the US unlocked, and so I pay for Telcel probably between $7 to $15 every month. Alex right now, we've just been home so often that he doesn't seem to need to use his cell phone. So he uses his cell phone 100% on the Wi-Fi at home. I currently don't even pay for his cell phone. Now that we're going to travel again, I am going to start paying again. His should be between $7 to $15 as well, just because I don't know what the internet situation is going to be when we first arrive, and it's best to have 2 phones that have good internet on it until we settle down at the new location. I pay $9.99 a month for iPostal, which is my virtual mailbox. It is how I get all of my mail at home. They scan every letter, and if I want them to scan the inside for an additional fee, they will do that as well. Generally, just like I'm sure you at home, I get a lot of junk mail. So a lot of the times I can just tell them to go ahead and shred it, and I don't even worry about opening it. But every once in a while, I do get documents that matter, and so I'll have them forwarded either to my sister or somebody who I trust, or I'll have them open it for me and scan the inside. So that's $9.99 a month for iPostal. And every month to get our braces tightened, I pay 500 pesos a person, so 1,000 pesos a month, which equals about 50 US dollars. So that's the only monthly payment that I have to worry about here in Merida. And then after that, I have my weekly payments, which are really all voluntary. So I do have a housekeeper that comes once a week, and I pay her 500 pesos a week, approximately $25. I have somebody come to my house to pick up my laundry. Weeks where we go on day trips and we go to the beach, etc. I have more laundry for him to do. But generally, I pay between 1 to 150 pesos a week. So that's between 5 and 750. And then groceries and going out to eat ranges a lot. So it can be as little as $40 a week, which is super, super rare, or as high as 180 US dollars a week if we just are constantly going out. My average is probably between $100 to $120 a week that I spend on groceries / eating out. And depending on how much money I'm bringing in that week will depend on how much I spend. If I feel like I'm not making quite as much money as normal, then I'll just not spend as much. And then the rest really depends on the activities that I do. So if I decide to go to, let's say, the VIP movie theater, it costs a little over $6 a person for a VIP ticket. If we're eating a full meal there, we're probably going to pay an additional $15 a person. So total, we pay about 45 US dollars every time we go to the movie theater. And then of course, as you can imagine, day trips are going to cost an additional amount. So if I go to, let's say, Cuzama for cenotes, that will cost for both of us a little over $30. But if I go to, let's say, Celestun, that's going to cost closer to $80 or $90 for the both of us to go on a day trip there. And then my most recent trip to Valladolid and Coba, where we stayed 5 days and 4 nights, that cost total 450 US dollars for that week. So again, it really just depends on the activity that we choose. I also don't have a vehicle here, and so my average per month for Uber is probably in the $100–150 range, again, depending on where we go and how frequently we go. Bepensa Park, for example, is really close to my house, so it generally costs less than $2 to go here as well as come back. But at the end of the day, that's almost $4 each trip, in addition to, of course, what we might choose to eat here. So Bepensa is a really, really affordable place to eat. I generally spend between 100 to maybe 120 pesos every time I come here. So about $5 to $6. And that's for both of us to eat something as well as snacks and drinks. So it's just a really great deal. So assuming that we're not doing anything extra, my base month budget is about $11.50 US. Again, this does not include my overhead, all the things that I have to pay for in the US. It also doesn't include any extra fun or, let's say, emergencies if I have to go to the hospital. So I do recommend, if you're coming here, just to really analyze how much you think you're gonna spend here, and then add some buffer, because emergencies always happen, or opportunities to have fun and go sightseeing somewhere may also occur, and you just want to have a little extra to be able to afford that.